The glittering lights of Beijing's entertainment district dimmed momentarily last night, as one of China's most beloved stars faced his darkest hour. Wang Yibo, the multi-talented performer who has captured millions of hearts worldwide, was seen racing through hospital corridors with tears streaming down his face, his usual composed demeanor completely shattered. What could drive the typically stoic star to such visible desperation? The answer lies in a family crisis that has left fans across the globe holding their breath and praying for a miracle and an unprecedented turn of events that has sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry. Wang Yibo's older brother was rushed to the intensive care unit of Beijing's most prestigious medical facility after suffering what sources close to the family describe as a life-threatening medical emergency. The sight of the usually unflappable star collapsing into sobs outside the ICU has become the image that no fan ever wanted to see, yet cannot look away from. Security cameras captured the heart-wrenching moment when Yibo, still wearing his stage costume from an earlier performance, fell to his knees upon receiving the devastating news that would change everything. The drama that unfolded reads like a script from the most emotionally charged television series, but this time, the tears are real, the panic is genuine, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Xiao Zhan, Yibo's former co-star and rumored close friend, was spotted arriving at the hospital just hours after the initial emergency call, his own face etched with concern and determination. Their joint appearance at the medical facility has reignited speculation about their relationship, while simultaneously highlighting the gravity of the situation that brought them together during such a critical moment. The entertainment world came to a standstill as news of the medical emergency spread like wildfire across social media platforms. Within hours, hashtags related to Yibo's family crisis began trending worldwide, with fans from every corner of the globe expressing their support and sharing prayers for his brother's recovery. The outpouring of love and concern has been overwhelming, demonstrating the profound impact that Wang Yibo has had on millions of lives through his artistry and genuine personality. According to exclusive sources within the hospital, Wang Yibo's brother, whose identity has been carefully protected by the family for years, suffered what medical professionals are describing as a complex medical emergency that required immediate intensive care intervention. The specifics of his condition remain confidential out of respect for patient privacy, but insiders suggest that the situation is serious enough to have prompted the hospital's top medical team to take direct involvement in his care. The timeline of events reads like a thriller novel filled with unexpected twists and emotional revelations. Wang Yibo was in the middle of rehearsals for his upcoming concert tour when he received the phone call that would turn his world upside down. Witnesses at the rehearsal studio described the moment as surreal, watching as the color drained from Yibo's face and his phone fell from trembling hands. Without a word of explanation to his stunned crew, he grabbed his jacket and ran from the building, leaving behind a room full of confused dancers and musicians who would soon understand the gravity of what had just occurred. The drive to the hospital became a race against time, with Yibo's management team scrambling to provide transportation while attempting to maintain some level of privacy during what was clearly a deeply personal crisis. Paparazzi photographers, always lurking in the shadows of celebrity life, captured blurry images of Yibo's vehicle speeding through Beijing's evening traffic, but even they seemed to sense that this was a moment that deserved respect rather than exploitation. Upon arriving at the medical facility, Wang Yibo's typically composed public persona completely crumbled. Hospital staff members, who are accustomed to maintaining professional distance from celebrity patients and their families, found themselves moved by the raw emotion displayed by the young star. Nurses whispered among themselves about the heartbreaking sight of Yibo pacing the waiting area, his hands shaking as he attempted to process the information that doctors were providing about his brother's condition. The arrival of Xiao Zhan added another layer of complexity to an already emotionally charged situation. Their history together, both professionally and personally, has been the subject of intense speculation among fans and media outlets for years. However, in this moment of crisis, all pretense and public relations considerations seem to evaporate. Xiao Zhan's presence at the hospital spoke volumes about the depth of his concern for Yibo's well-being, and possibly his relationship with Yibo's family. Surveillance footage from the hospital's security system, which has been carefully guarded by the Medical Facilities Administration, reportedly shows Xiao Zhan immediately embracing Yibo upon his arrival, providing the kind of comfort and support that only someone who truly understands the pressures of celebrity life can offer. Their interaction was described by witnesses as deeply emotional, with both men appearing to set aside any professional considerations in favor of human compassion and genuine friendship. The guilt that Wang Yibo is reportedly experiencing adds another tragic dimension to this unfolding drama. Sources close to the star reveal that he has been struggling with overwhelming feelings of responsibility and regret, believing that his busy schedule and career commitments may have prevented him from being more present in his brother's life. This self-imposed burden of guilt has been weighing heavily on his shoulders, making an already difficult situation even more emotionally complex. Family members who have remained largely out of the public eye throughout Yibo's rise to stardom are now finding themselves thrust into an unwanted spotlight as media attention focuses on their private medical crisis. The Wang family has always maintained a policy of keeping personal matters separate from Yibo's professional life, but the severity of the current situation has made complete privacy impossible to maintain. Medical professionals familiar with the case, speaking on condition of anonymity due to patient confidentiality requirements, indicate that the coming hours will be critical in determining the trajectory of Yibo's brother's recovery. The medical team assembled to handle his care represents some of the most experienced specialists in their respective fields, suggesting that no expense is being spared in ensuring that he receives the best possible treatment. The entertainment industry's response to this crisis has been swift and supportive, with colleagues, competitors, and industry executives setting aside business considerations to offer their prayers and assistance. Production companies have quietly rearranged shooting schedules, concert venues have expressed willingness to postpone events, and fellow performers have reached out through private channels to offer whatever support might be needed during this difficult time. Fan communities around the world have mobilized in ways that demonstrate the true power of modern social media when channeled toward positive purposes. Organized prayer groups have formed across different time zones, ensuring that continuous thoughts and well wishes are being sent toward the hospital, where Yibo's brother fights for his recovery. The hashtag movements have evolved beyond simple expressions of support to include coordinated efforts to send flowers, cards, and donations to medical charities in honor of the Wang family's struggle. The psychological impact on Wang Yibo himself cannot be understated. Those who work closely with him describe a young man who has always carried the weight of responsibility heavily on his shoulders, whether in relation to his career success or his family's well-being. The current crisis has amplified these feelings exponentially, creating a perfect storm of emotional turmoil that threatens to overwhelm even his typically strong psychological resilience. Professional counselors specializing in celebrity mental health have noted that situations like this often serve as stark reminders of the human cost of fame and success. While Wang Yibo has achieved unprecedented levels of professional achievement, the current crisis highlights the reality that personal tragedy can strike anyone, regardless of their public status or financial resources. The pressure of maintaining public composure while dealing with private anguish creates a unique form of emotional strain that few people outside the entertainment industry can fully comprehend. The hospital where Yibo's brother is receiving treatment has become an unofficial gathering place for fans hoping to show their support, though security measures have been significantly increased to ensure that medical operations can continue without disruption. The Medical Facilities Administration has issued statements requesting that well-wishers respect the family's need for privacy, while acknowledging the overwhelming outpouring of love and concern from around the world. Behind the scenes, Wang Yibo's management team has been working around the clock to handle the logistical challenges that arise when a major celebrity faces a personal crisis of this magnitude. Press releases are being carefully crafted to provide appropriate updates without violating the family's privacy, while legal teams are reviewing options for protecting the family from unwanted media intrusion during their most vulnerable moments.